So I was making a model of a piece. This is for my oven, which is recently broken, so we're replacing the faceplate. But I just wanted to go over the use of two tools that I learned about recently that will greatly help me in making this and can be useful to know for robotics. So basically, I want to make this piece again, but on the other side. It's not exactly identical, so I can't mirror it, but I want it basically the same thing on this side. And notice it's offset from the end a little bit. It's just out in the middle there. But let's get started. So first tool that I really like is, well, let's start off the sketch. So I'm going to start a sketch on this plane. I'm going to press N to go normal to it. And I'm going to use the Convert Entities tool. Basically what that does is any lines you see here, I can convert into part of my sketch based on just, even if they're not on the same plane. So this piece right here, if I click on this whole shape and hit Convert Entities, then it just made all of those surrounding lines as lines in my sketch. So now, even though this thing's all the way down here, I've got these lines now that match the profile of this exactly. And notice it's all black, so it's fully defined. So that's it for the sketch. I can right now go and extrude that. So the second thing that I like, that I learned about, is in Boss Extrude and Extrude Cut, you can do a lot more than you might think at first. So first thing you can change is where it starts from. So right now it's starting from the sketch plane, and that's by default. You can also have it start from, for example, a vertex. So I can click any vertex on here, like there, and now it'll start from right there. Or I could start it from here. And that's the same thing for a surface, face, or plane. So I could say start extruding from this face, and it would do that. Or start extruding from this face. So that's super convenient if you have a sketch in one place but you want to actually extrude from somewhere else. The one I'm going to be using is offset, because I know how far from the edge I want it to be. So I know I want it to be 35 millimeters from the sketch plane, so I can go 35 millimeters, flip that around the other way, and now it's right. It's not starting on the sketch plane, it's starting 35 millimeters in. And I don't have to create another plane to use as reference to make my sketch on. I can make my sketch over here and then slide it over. So that's super convenient. And then you can also do a lot in the end conditions. So you can do through all, which you more often use for cuts, but you can do that for extruding as well. Up to next, we'll just bring it up to the next surface that it hits, which in this case is this one. You can do up to vertex, so I can click on any vertex and it'll go up to that point. Same thing with up to surface, so it'll go up to there. Offset from surface is a pretty convenient one. So what you do is you pick a surface. I'm going to say this surface here, and then I can tell how far from that surface to make it. So I can say extrude it so that it's so let's say 50 millimeters from that surface, and that way it'll go up to a certain point. And you can do this for cuts as well. So if you want to make a cut and you want to go almost all the way through, but you want to leave, say, an inch or half an inch at the bottom, instead of calculating out how far you have to go, you can say offset from surface, click on the bottom surface, and make it go, and set this to a half an inch. So you can also flip it around the other direction. So I can, oh, never mind. You can go reverse offset, so I can make it go a certain amount further. So if I click this end, I could say go 50 millimeters further than that end. Up to body, that would make sense if you had multiple bodies, multiple different pieces that weren't connected, but for the most part that's not super useful. Or mid-plane, so it'll take the sketch plane, it'll cut it in half, So if I wasn't offsetting, I could have it go both directions from the plane. Just for this, I'll be using blind, which is just the most common one, and I'll make this one 75 millimeters. And done. So now I've got the piece where I want it, and that's all. So yeah, this is how you use convert entities, which is useful when you're in a sketch, and you can convert lines from other pieces into part of your sketch. And I also taught you how to use more features of the extrude cut and extrude boss base. Yeah, hope this helps.